I suppose I've been fascinated since I came to Galway 9 years ago why everybody calls it the GMIT, and I still haven't worked it out, but that's okay, I'm going to be around for another while. I'd like to start off first of all by thanking JP and the organising team behind Food on the Edge for once again putting on this show, this seminar, this symposium. It's a really incredible 2 days, and it's not a conference, and it's not just like any other event I've ever seen, and I've been lucky enough to work in this sector for a while. So thank you for committing to doing it, because it's not easy, and if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But last year what we saw in Galway was really significant, and it was really important. It was important on a whole host of reasons, and everybody here knows about the economic benefit of having Food on the Edge and how important it is to food tourism. But there's a couple of other areas that I'm particularly interested in, and I think it's very relevant and sits very well with Food on the Edge, and most definitely the people who organise it, because I'm lucky enough to know so many of them. When you organise an event like this, there's an element of social responsibility, and there's an element of giving back. And there's no doubt Food on the Edge has done that in so many different ways. And I'm not sure everybody knows about it or maybe thinks about it. For example, last year, after the 2-day event was over, there was a number of amazing tours organised. So the speakers were brought to a number of different places around Galway, the county, and indeed the islands. And they had an opportunity to meet some of our amazing food producers. And I do mean it when I say amazing, because what's happening in food in Galway didn't start yesterday or the day before, and didn't only start because of Food on the Edge, but certainly Food on the Edge has provided a platform to help so many food producers connect with those visitors. But as a result, when those visitors came here and those speakers came and they visited food producers, it was an opportunity for them to see what we're doing in Galway, but it was also maybe an opportunity for them to consider buying produce. And I know that certainly happened for 1 or 2 producers. That has a huge impact on not only that producer, but certainly on other people in the region. And in a year when we've won the designation as a European Capital of Culture and as a European Region of Gastronomy, we shouldn't take it for granted. You know, somebody said to me the day we won the European Capital of Culture, oh, you know, the hard work begins now. The hard work began years ago. The hard work continues, and we have to continue working as a community together. So that's the public sector, the private sector, and everybody else to make sure this really does mean something very important for the next generation in Galway. And that's my second point, the next generation. I work in education, but we work very closely with all of our stakeholders, because there's no point having amazing courses or amazing programmes, or indeed a great hotel school or a department of culinary arts, if you don't have amazing relationship with all of your stakeholders. And some of you are here today. So it's really, really important we recognise what Food on the Edge is doing for that generation. Last year we were so lucky because through my colleagues Jacinta Dalton and Cormac, JP and the team allowed our students to work at Food on the Edge. They were able to feed most of us who participated in it, including the speakers, many of them who we all know are these world famous chefs, but they still need to eat, believe it or not. And the students had an opportunity to feed them, work with them, meet them, and interact with them, and that was really important. And our students do need inspiration, and we do our very best in GMIT, but we need other people to inspire them. And some of those people are here in Galway. We have an amazing group of colleagues here in Galway, but Food on the Edge provides us with this other unique opportunity. You've all heard about this global crisis regarding chef shortages. It's happening all over the world. We have to look at the culture in our kitchens, and people like JP and others in Galway are changing that culture. But what we need to do also now is allow these young people to be exposed to these amazing speakers. And if the team behind Food on the Edge didn't organise this event, our students would not be able to experience that. And believe you me, it's a really unique experience. It's not something we can capture on Skype or indeed in a book. So on that note, I just want to thank the committee for organising such an amazing programme again this year. After last year, I wondered how they could surpass it, but again they did. And I suppose I'm just asking everybody in Galway, not just the food community, not just businesses, but for everybody to get behind this event, because the more we do to help the committee, the easier it will be when the event takes place. And it really is an incredibly special event, and one we should never take for granted. So thank you very much, and I wish the organisers the best of luck in the days and weeks ahead. Thank you.